Okay, so before we get started, I just thought I'd say quickly that as one of my friends was watching my first video, they actually drew this really good art. And I love supporting artists as I'm one myself. So if you want your art featured in one of my videos, send it to my Instagram, which is in the description of my YouTube. It should be on page now. It's in the Linktree link. So if you want to send me any art and you want it to be shown on this video, but yeah, I know I'm not that popular, but I'm happy to share art. So send it if you want, and if you don't, I don't mind. Whatever. I'm just happy to show people's art. So, do you know of a show called Murder in Paradise? If you don't, it's good. I highly suggest watching it. It's on iView, which iView's a free thing. But I think it was recently, looks recent, they released something called Beyond Paradise, which I didn't realise till I actually finished it. I was actually connected, but it is. Same vibe. Highly suggest watching it. This will have spoilers. It's not really spoilers to do with the mysteries within each episode. The spoilers mainly about the interconnections between everyone. So mainly between the main character and the partner and how everyone around them interacts type of thing. But yeah, I wasn't actually planning on making this video. It kind of came out of nowhere. I got annoyed, which you'll hear in the recording, and I decided that I would turn this into a video. So there's not much going on in the background. Nothing technical, just me screaming for hopefully not that long. But yeah, so spoilers ahead. Also, last thing, I actually recorded these while I was watching it. So as you'll hear in the first recording, I didn't actually completely finish the show. So this is me actually recording the intro after everything. So yeah. Anyway, I'm Sharkyfim. Welcome to my channel. If you enjoy these videos, you can check out my other video, which is the only other one on the channel. I'll say more about that at the end, so keep in tune. And if you like this video, give it a like, and I hope to see you around. Yeah, let's get started. So, we are up to Series 1, Episode 6, and oh my god. So remember how I told you about there's the main character and the partner, right? So what's happened is that partner's ex-fiance kissed. Yeah, so she slapped and she never told him. And then at one point, there's this arson that's happening that's a part of the case. And pretty much the main character goes up to the ex going, I know what you did, talking about like insurance fraud that to do with the case. And the dude turns around and goes, I'm so sorry. And like, I shouldn't have done that. Like, is wrong with me, like legitimately apologizing, which I don't think he's the bad guy in this, but I'll get to that. And and the main person's like, okay, let's put it on record then if you confess. And they go, over a kiss? And he goes, no, over insurance fraud. What do you mean a kiss? And he goes, with your partner. And he's like full on shocked about it, doesn't like bring it up, and kind of just sits on it all day. The actual ex-fiance goes and tells the partner, like, oh, hey, I did tell him because it came up in the interview, and I thought we were talking about two different things, and I thought you would have told him, which she should have, but she didn't. Like, oh my god. And, context as well. So, remember how I told you that she didn't want to go through IVF? She was the one that mentioned it in the first place. He wasn't expecting it. He was just going along with it. And then out of nowhere, she goes, oh, yeah, I need to be strong to continue IVF. And he's like, really? Oh, my God. And he hugs her going, okay, we're going to do this again. And then in the next episode, she goes, actually, no, I don't want to do it. And that's when the kiss happens pretty much. And he finds out and he's like all heartbroken about it. Not the fact that it happened, because he's like, well, she slapped, so I know she's loyal. Over the fact that he never got told. And then they finally get to talk about it, and he talks about it to her, and she goes, and like, so when she said she didn't want to have kids at all, he's like, okay, yeah, that's fine, we'll not have kids, we'll just be happy together, and I'll try and figure out a hobby and try and figure out the way of life. It hasn't even been that long for him, and he, like, oh my god, she freaking turns around, like, at the meeting and goes, so how do you feel? And he goes, it's fine, like, everything's fine. She goes, what about the children? Not having children. He goes, yeah, it's fine. She goes, tell the truth. And, like, she's getting on him for not telling the truth when she lied to him about multiple things. She lied about the being ex-fiance. She wanted to hide that from him. And she also wanted to hide the fact that someone kissed her and she slapped her back. So she's talking about that. And then he turns around and actually says the truth that he does want kids, but he will settle. He just wants to be happy with her, and that he does want kids. You know how when you have kids and you suddenly get told, no, I actually don't want to have kids. You still have that urge, but you kind of push it away. That's what the point he's at. And then she turns around and goes, I don't think I can marry you like this. And he was like, sorry? And she goes, no, I can't marry you like this. I need you to be happy and all this. And I'm turning around going, okay, so you wanted him to be honest, but yet you're not honest. He finally turns around and tells you how he feels, because originally he was worried about not telling you in worry of ending the relationship / hurting you, which is what happened. So he's going to have future trauma within that. Like the whole time, and just look at this whole relationship, and it's so toxic, but it's her, and she's being painted as the victim the whole time, when it's actually him. He's the one, like you can see over the experience of the show from the first episode to this episode, he goes from a happy-go-lucky person, he just slowly goes down and down and down to this point in this episode. I saw the preview. I haven't even watched episode 6 yet, so I mean, I saw in the preview that he's like on the verge of tears, like he's thinking about leaving, and he's like, oh, what's the point of staying? I'm just going to see her everywhere. He moved there for her. So it's full on toxic. He probably has some issues in the past, which we don't know much about his past, but he probably does. Like, he's a huge people pleaser. Probably because he's used to being annoying, so he's like, I have to be a huge people pleaser. And the one time he goes, fine, I won't be a people pleaser, he loses his fiance over it. Also with the IVF, the whole time they're talking about it, none of them brought up adoption, which it might not be the first thing on their mind, but why not turn around and go, well, it's fine, we can do adoption in the future. Like, at one point, she goes, what happens in 5-10 years when you still want kids? He goes, we can work it out together. Let's just be together and be happy. And she goes, oh, you can't throw your happiness aside for me. Bruh, he just wants to be with you, and you're the one that's making him unhappy. You're the one hiding things from him. You're the one that makes him go on an emotional roller coaster. Like, it's her fault, and she's ruining her life. Like, there's this one that's her friend, and they work together, and she's so much more supportive than the actual partner. She's first of all able to get him to open up without being a people pleaser, but also when he actually does say his feelings, she supports him and goes, it's okay, you can work it out, rather than cutting him off, going, no, we can't have a life together because of this one issue that she freaking caused in the first place by not freaking putting him on an emotional roller coaster. What do you think? It sounds toxic, doesn't it? Yeah, and I'm not sure if the show's actually going to open up to it, because the whole time they're painting her as a victim, and like, it's just... Yeah. It's just, oh my god. Oh my god, the main protagonist is at this point completely numb. The one thing he loves, which is solving, like, crimes, he can't even do that because he's just so numb. He keeps trying to contact the partner to, like, actually reach out and go, hey, like, let's talk about this, because when they did the original discussion, he had no say. He couldn't say a single word. She just absolutely interrupted him and just walked off, which, by the way, this is her second engagement she's cancelled on. So, you know, and like so the mum of the partner is like, oh, you should answer, you should talk to him, you should talk this out, because neither of you are happy right now, and everything you're saying is pretty much bullcrap. And she's like, no, I've turned voicemail off. No, I'm blocking him, to the point where the like stepmom even brings in the ex-fiance to talk to her, hoping that will help whatever's going on, because at this point, like, this is just straight up abusive. Like, I really hope that they don't get back together, or if they do, he's not the one having to learn from it, and that's actually her. At the beginning, for example, she didn't want the two fiancés, like the fiancé and ex-fiancé, to actually meet each other. Now, at first you think, oh, it's because, like, she's worried he's going to worry, but I don't think people really are, like, that fussy. Like, I can't say anything, I've never been in a relationship, but I don't think people are that fussy when it comes to ex meeting a current lover, because, like, it's your ex, if that makes sense. They won't get together. The only thing is that they might become friends, and it's more comfortable for everyone involved. But she didn't want that. She didn't want them actually catching up at all. So my theory is that they would actually catch up and learn that, like, they're not similar. It's established in the story they're not similar, but we'll learn the situations of how they each broke up and realize that she's an abusive ass person that abuses everyone in the relationship and then acts like the absolute victim. Oh my god. And I know that all of this, like, her breaking up in the first place was self-hatred issues, but, like, she didn't even give him time to even speak on the matter. It's just, it feels abusive because it's like she makes all the decisions within the relationship, and I know that's what she's quote-unquote angry about, but then when she actually brings him up on it to then fix the issue, she then makes the decision anyway. So it's like he took away the one say he did have. So it's just, everyone's advice has never turned her wrong. Like, all the advice that the mother has given about Humphrey, which is the main character, and the relationship around that has all been on par, and she's ignored all of it, and that's why everything's going wrong, is because she's ignoring all the advice that the mother gives, despite every time her being absolutely right. Like, what? And even the ex-partner, he understands that he fucked up. Like, he's trying to make you happy. She doesn't deserve any of these people she has in her life. Like, even with the IVF, I understand that she wanted to keep it personal, but didn't you notice that she got to choose, like, and she should have the choice over it, but she was able to tell her mum, but Humphrey, he wasn't able to actually tell anyone still. He still had to keep it a secret. So she's able to tell secrets within the relationship, but he isn't. And he has to bottle everything up while she has an outlet and still f***s up. Oh my god, he's finally talking about it. And he goes, if she had feelings for someone else, she would tell me. I know she would tell me. And then he stutters at the end because he starts thinking, but was she? Because it's so true. In the first place, she didn't even want to tell him, like, they were fiancés, let alone if she actually did catch feelings, you know? So it's really sad because he's, like, stuttering because he has to actually think, well, will she? Will she actually... Like, would she actually tell me, or would she just keep it a secret like she did with everything else? Oh my god, thank god, the two ex-fiancés are talking. Oh my god, I can't wait for something to come up.
A few moments later.
Never mind, they're both fighting. Okay. There's the interesting plot point of, you know, that out the window. Now they're just going to paint him as a crazy person because they fight. Okay then, show. Okay.
Also, I think what you said. Why did you give enough for me? I don't want you to think that. They enough. That's somewhere you've been off. And I really think that when we have children, we'll be quite enough. I don't pretend that's not true. But it will be a teeny weeny little hole. When I'm really whole business like that. I'm not going to fill. So I think you do me a favour. We're not, okay? You're really not. And I'm sorry, but if you have something, you stay with it. And we'll like you face together. There's nothing to hurt, because it would. But we would hurt together. And that's alright. That's alright. I just want to say that. And I love you. Bye.
Oh my fucking god. If you gave him the chance earlier to bloody talk to you, he would have said this, and this would have prevented all the heartbreak. Like, even at one point, like, he's calling to say bye and she leaves it, and then she calls the mum, and the mum goes to get up. Well, no, sorry, the main character calls. So he calls her and she ignores it like she does with everything else, and then he calls the home line and the mum goes to pick it up being like, oh yeah, I can't stand for this crap, and she goes, no, don't do it. Oh my god. And then thankfully he leaves a voice message which you saw, and oh my god, if what's gonna happen, she's gonna run out and she's gonna be like, oh baby, don't go, rah rah rah, and it's gonna be complete bullshit because, oh my god, he deserves better. Like, she's right, because he's just been on emotional roller coasters because of her and has been absolutely, like, minimalized as a person. Like, I know he's heartbroken now and he's less of a person now than he was with her, but over time he'll realize how abusive this relationship is and how much better he would be with someone that actually cares for him and supports him, rather than someone that takes him through emotional roller coasters for their own personal reasons. Like, no. No. No, wait, no, don't. No, don't ruin a good thing. Wait, don't. No. No, 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 no. You don't get the second chance. No. No. I wonder if the people from Murder in Paradise will be in this.
A few moments later.
Wait, are they gonna? Yes! 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 They're so classic! Anyway, end review for the show. I think it was great. Except for the critiques I've said with the relationship. I feel like they really had something going there, and I thought they were actually going to, like, deep dive into that, but I feel like they made her unintentionally toxic, because, like, there were just so many signs. It's just, yeah. But except for that, I also love the part where they actually show Murder in Paradise, because that, again, I love that show too. Like, I didn't realize they were connected, so that was a pretty good surprise, and I love, like, the parallels with the duck and the lizard, which I didn't really see until the very end, but I love the parallels. Very similar shows, except this one I feel a bit nicer, because not every episode is a murder, so it doesn't feel so unrealistic. But at the same time, I love the Murder in Paradise, so that's not really a conflict, that's more the fact of the premise of the show. But yeah, I'd say it's good. I hope they come back with a second season, and I hope that she actually learns that she has to be a better person, because she did not act great in this. Not at all. And yeah. Also, just want to quickly say, I haven't actually posted in a while. I am still posting, I'm still editing that video. It's just editing takes a lot of time, a lot of effort. Editing me here actually just scrapped that video because it was taking too long, and looking back at it, I'm not sure if it was worth the time that I were putting into editing it. Don't worry, I will try and get the next video out as soon as possible. This is just kind of an in-between one. Life has been quite crazy, and because I do have medical issues, it means that I am not able to work as hard as I wish to due to my body. So if you want regular posting, I'm sorry, but this probably won't be the channel for that. This is just me having fun talking to a camera and thinking about film reviews. So yeah, hope to see you in the future. I'll try not have huge gaps between videos, but this is all new to me. Editing and everything like that's all new to me, and I am a very busy person, so no promises. So yeah, hope that explained everything. If you have any more questions, leave them below, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you come back. Bye. Still don't have an outro. I will get to that eventually.